It's a rarity to get 4 adults who like to drink on Saturday nights to agree to go on an excursion that begins on Sunday morning and involves an hour's driving, a potentially uncomfortable amount of hiking and, albeit retrospectively, the strong possibility of being crushed to death by a colossal rock slide.
Do you not feel that this cliff edge is just going to collapse?
But as Whitney and Mariah so passionately sang, there can be miracles when you believe, and praise hallelujah if it wasn't one of these freak occurrence days where everyone woke up as fresh as a middle-aged daisy and on top of that felt like doing something other than just getting pissed on the nearest beach to the house like we normally choose to do. Playa de Coll Baix is an off-grid Mallorquin diamond in the rough located behind hillside forests and cradled covertly within an amphitheatre of towering cliffs at the far eastern edge of the peninsula that separates the jewel bays of Peninsula and Alcudia. Getting 99% of the way from Palma is a pretty straightforward blast up the MA13 towards the beautiful medieval old town of Alcudia. Well worth a visit in its own right to check out the weekly markets, wander round the ancient battlements and gateways, and just generally enjoy being in a place that looks like a scaled-up children's fort. Once you've bought your body weight in wildflower honey, the finest jamon and spectacularly large regional sausages, you can hop back in the car for the 20 or so minute scenic drive to one of the 2 woodland car parks from where you'll have to continue on foot. We stopped at the first parking spot we came across because we didn't know any better, but driving a few more minutes up the trail will take you to a much larger one among the pine trees, and it means you can save those legs a bit for that last 1% of the trip. The moderately challenging orienteering expedition to one of Majorca's best kept secret beaches.
What's this place called, Kiki, again? Coll Baix. Coll Baix.
Coll Baix.
We're going to Playa de Coll Baix, which is on the Alcudia Peninsula, that little knob sticking out between Peninsula Bay and Alcudia Bay. And we're going right to the far end of it. We've got this little hike, this little trek to get to the beach, which is going to take us around 40 minutes, I think. Currently we're walking through this amazing pine forest. We've chosen a really good day to come, actually. It's August. It's normally the hottest month of the year, but right now we're getting pretty balmy June temperatures. It's about 26, I think, instead of the normal 33, 34, and in the forest it's even cooler. It's the perfect temperature. We've got to beware people running, barreling downhill on mountain bikes. It's one of these types of places that attracts outdoorsy people. I'm an outdoorsy person as well. You wouldn't know by the way I'm gasping for air right now, but no, really. I'm honestly more at home in the woods than in front of a fire drinking a pint of Guinness, I promise. On the way to the beach, we're passing this refugio. These refugi. You might remember the band, the Refugees. Rap band. Is that a good joke? I don't think. We'll see if that makes the video. Might have to cut that one out. We're passing a refugi, which is a refuge. There's a lot of these dotted around Mallorca. It's a little place that you can book. Here it is. You can book that and stay overnight. Really cheap. Sometimes has cockroaches. I think we're going to see some goats. So, a highlight of the excursion for me.
Well, that explains a lot of things.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. This is where it's getting interesting. Super steep. And we're going to be heading down to the water, I imagine. God, this is exciting. Just as well, I wore my hill walking boots and not my Converse All-Stars. This is the most spectacular entrance I've ever made to a beach here. What a way to arrive. Playing a little bit of catch up. That's the problem with trying to document these things. We lost everyone.
It was true, the pine trees had been attacking me, but we'd fallen behind thanks to our untreaded fashion-first footwear and my slightly frustrating habit of filming absolutely everything on the way to the thing I'm meant to be filming, so I've barely got any battery left when we get to the thing. What can I say, when it comes to lithium-ion supplies, I like to live dangerously. And talking of danger...
This is the cliff we've just traversed, and now we're trying to find how to access the playa here, how to access the beach. This looks like the way, but who knows? We could be marching to our certain death. There's another couple of girls in front of us who are also lost. But yeah, we just come to the edge of the cliff basically, and there's no way around to the beach this way by the looks of it. Although Antonio right now is trying to find a route down by the edge. So I'm going to probably stop filming right now just to make sure that none of us plummet to our deaths, okay?
It doesn't look particularly passable from a distance, but once committed to trying, you'll see a way across the rocky debris which should take you about 15 minutes to scramble across to reach the southern edge of the beach. And if the loose footing and churning waves 30 feet below aren't enough to give you some pep, why not glance up at the overhanging ticking bomb? A bazillion tons of dirt and mini-metro-sized boulders that a slightly overweight ant will set off as you and your idiot mates are passing by below.
I know this rock's probably been here for about a million years, but there's something pretty unsettling about just hanging out under a crumbling cliff edge like this. I kind of feel that it could collapse at any time. It's pretty sketchy stuff actually. Do you not feel that this cliff edge is just going to collapse? Okay, we're past the danger zone. That was a really dodgy looking bit of cliff there. You can just tell that during heavy rains, that just loosens. And if you're the person that's unlucky enough to be underneath it when it goes, well, tough titty.